So, like I said, make sure you're asking those questions and getting them to agree with you, okay? Because regardless if they know the product or know anything about what you're doing, you would love to try the hair, skin, and nails, wouldn't you? Okay, that's what I'm saying, guys. They're going to agree with you. Try it at your next party, and I promise it'll work. Okay? Okay. So let's see here. And what you're doing there is you're almost assuming the sale. So at the very end of the wrap party, what you guys need to be doing is, at the end we tell them you can be a distributor or you can be a little customer. When you go into your wrap room at the very end of that party, you need to make sure that they know those two options. You ask them, which one fits you tonight? Which one do you want to get started on tonight? Also, another tip, at the beginning of the wrap party, have them fill out the top of this portion. Have them fill out their information and tell them at the beginning of the wrap party, I want you guys to go on and fill out your order form. And throughout the party, I want you to put a little star beside the product that you're interested in trying. Do you guys know how much that helps? Put it like this. I had a new distributor. She did a party last Thursday. And she got one person, she got 2 little customers out of it, but she got another little customer that was already a customer and had just placed an order like 2 weeks ago. And you know what? She placed almost a $300 order on even more products because she came, she learned a little bit more about the product, but each of the other people that were there placed at least a $100 order. Okay? So have them do this because if they're already filling out their form, what's more than likely going to happen? You guys are assuming the sale. Okay? Another thing I like to do when I go to a party, this is what it looks like. Okay, I give them a pen. They have the product brochure. They've got the party tab. I always tell them, guys, you guys can keep everything else, but I do need the party tab back at the very end. Okay, you've got your little customer order form. You also have a distributor order form, and you have the steps of success. Okay, so when I get done at the very end of the party, I say, all right, guys, I want you to take out those 3 simple steps that we talked about a little bit ago. And I want you guys to fill that out. If you fill that out, I will put you in for a drawing for a week's worth of green. Okay? You know what that's doing? It's planting those seeds in their head. They're thinking, okay, who is 3 people that might be interested in this business opportunity? Who is 4 people that might be interested in this little customer opportunity? Because what happens is, so many times people don't even think about the opportunity. They go in and shut it out. But if they see the steps of success and it wrote down on my steps of success, they think, well, heck, I give these people a time. I've earned myself a $500 bonus. Would that Yeah, so you can do it like that. And another thing is, what I like to do, I like to have them, as far as social media goes, because most people are on social media, I like to have them like take a picture of the wrap party, take a picture of them and something, something they're doing there, and say, tonight I'm trying that crazy wrap thing, and they tag me. Because you know what that's doing? Every single person that goes through and likes that, they're going to get a free request from me. Okay? So it's just a way to get more customers. Okay? It is. I'm telling you what, guys, if you will do some of this stuff, because, like I said, especially the success thing, you got to make them take pictures. You got to make them. No. And let me tell you what I tell them. This is what I'll say when they say I want to take a picture. I say, let's take a picture on your phone. And this is why it's so crucial. You see your body every single day, okay? They say a picture adds 10 pounds, right? That's what they say, a picture will add 10 pounds. So you know what? You're really going to be able to tell the difference if you can see it in pictures. Because I'll be the first to tell you with my wrap results, when I looked down, I didn't know I had any difference. But when I saw my before and after pictures, that's when I could see a difference. Okay? So honestly, girl, I don't give you a choice. Sorry, you want to buy one of my wraps, you want to get some results. Okay? Simple as that, because that's how they're going to get results. Because I had a lady not too long ago, she did not want to take a picture, and I pretty much had to make her. And she was so happy she did, because she saw such great results after that, that full box of wraps. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited I took a picture. But she didn't want to in the first place. So you pretty much make them take a picture. Okay, and you also let them know, I'm not going to post these on social media. These are just for your eyes only. Okay, just kind of make them feel comfortable. Okay. All right, let's see here. So we talked about filling the steps of success and getting them to tag you on Facebook, okay? Does this give you some good stuff? Okay, good. All right. Does anybody have any questions about party? No? Nothing? Okay. Yeah. Yep. At the end of the party, I say, all right, guys, I want you to fill out your steps. The steps success, I want you to fill out those spots there. The first person who fills out those spots, like Tori said, you can do, if you fill out that step of success, I will put you in a raffle for a week's worth of greens free, or 2-pack, a week's worth of wow, or whatever you got on hand, right? I'm gonna put, or you know what you could say? You could say, I'm gonna put you in the drawing for a free gift. You can go to the dollar store and get a free tape measure for their wrapping. You can go get a free dollar cup, not free, but a dollar cup, okay? Something cheap. It does not have to be expensive, because, like, for example, do what?
People like free.
People like free. I had a wrap party the other day. I let them use my house, and she bought me the cutest cup ever from Dollar General. Cost her $1. But she did it for me just because I had a party. I helped her have a party. And so you can go get cute cups like that at the dollar store, and they probably think you spent $10 on it. Okay? So, any more questions as far as that goes? No? Okay. Now, we're going to go over some blitzing tips, and then I'm going to hush and let Natalie come up here. Okay, so just a couple of blitzing tips. I know it really comes down to getting out of your comfort zone, okay? So, wear your gear everywhere. If you are a little more timid and shy about blitzing, that's why the It Works shirts are crucial. Who's ever had their It Works shirt on, somebody come up and said, what works? Okay, yeah, I have had it. If you have it, you're not wearing your stuff enough, okay? You need to wear your stuff all the time. Because all the time out, people are like, oh my gosh, you feel like It Works stuff? I really want to do some hair, skin, and nails. DJ and I, when we go out and about as a family, we wear our shirts. Layton will have hers on. DJ will have hers on. DJ will have his on. Excuse me. DJ will have his on, and I'll have mine on. And so we was Chili's a couple weeks ago, and she said, oh my gosh, you show It Works. I want some hair, skin, and nails. Well, customer right there, okay? Just because we're wearing our stuff, all right? If you don't have clothes, because I know when we get started in business, we don't want to make a huge investment, all right? And we're only have one year worth. This is an easy, quick investment that's not expensive, okay, for those that want to save money. Go and get this Blitz card laminated. You can go to Home Staples or Office Max.
They'll do 2 of them for like, technically 2 for 99 cents.
Okay, so get 2 of them done, okay? You can go to the dollar store and get those cute, like, little bling lanyards, okay? You get green, gold, silver, whatever. Yeah, $12. You've got 2 lanyards. You got a lanyard there that you probably put $6 into, compared to $25 for a shirt or $30 for a shirt, okay? Wear it around. Hang it on your rearview mirror in your car, so when you get out, you can put it around your neck. Katie Maxey does it all the time. Like, I don't think I'm ever with her. She doesn't have a lanyard on. And you can also, the other one that you get laminated, they do $2.99 cents, put a clip on it and put it on your pocketbook, okay?
They'll even shrink them to make them kind of smaller.
Yeah, and they can shrink those too. So let me tell you this, and I learned this from Rachel Winter. She's like, if you haven't, and she's like crazy. If you've never heard her blitzing tips, oh my gosh, you need to. Okay, so pretty much, she keeps a lanyard on her pocketbook, okay? If she goes to the grocery store, this is what she does. She's like, she'll put it up there and she'll be like, on the checkout thing. She's like, have you heard that crazy rat thing? I mean, and she does. It's so serious. And she's grown her business solely from blitzing. That's how much it's from blitzing. I mean,
She's not from
no. Yeah, she's not. Yeah, she didn't know anybody. She's from, is it Raleigh? Raleigh or somewhere. She don't know nobody from here, guys. Nobody. And she has built a double diamond solely from getting out there and getting her name out. Okay? And when she does, she's like, oh my gosh, have you tried that crazy rat thing?
But if you're going to carry a pocketbook that big, you don't need, small.
Yeah, you need a big one. Okay? So that's what I'm saying, guys. Have that lanyard on there. Just about. Because like that thing will break your back. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Carry one on there, all right? You got your lanyard on, and you've got that, even if you've got this thing back here, you guys are still going to be able to see my work card, right? You're still going to be able to see it. You're still going to be in people's faces. So if you're a little timid, then do that. And the good thing about this, let's say you guys don't have the investment for Blitz cards, okay? All you've got is the one on your lanyard. You know what you say? Oh my gosh, is it okay? Would you be okay if I text you a coupon? What's that doing? It's getting their phone number. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but for me, I always try to connect on social media. Because if I'm connecting on social media, who in here that I sign on Facebook that watched me? Ashley watched me, Megan, and Maddie, and then, well, Victoria, me and her were friends. I'm sure you watched her a little bit. Okay. You guys watched me on Facebook, okay? That's why I try to connect, because I want my prospects to see my distributor post about the opportunity, and I want them to see my post about the little customer program, okay? So try to connect with them on Facebook, okay? If you happen to forget to connect with them on Facebook, you can actually take their phone number and put it in the search tab at the top, and you can find their Facebook page, okay? So I do that all the time. If I'm at an event, if I book an event, with all my leads, I put the phone number in the search tab. That way I can send them a friend request on Facebook. And that helps me a ton. I went to an event before and I've got 50 leads. That's 50 people I got to Facebook. Okay? So, let's see. When you're getting names and contact on social media, tell them, say, you have Facebook. And what you can do is, that way they're comfortable. Say, here's my Facebook, put your name in and send me a friend request. And that way, I can put you in for our weekly drawings for free wraps and other free products. Give them your phone. Now, if it's somebody that's sketch looking, don't give them your phone, okay? Okay? But more than likely, guys, if you're like me, I'm not going to blitz somebody that's sketch looking, because I don't want somebody sketch looking. You know what I'm saying? So, don't prejudge, but if they look like they're going to steal my phone, I'm not gonna give them my phone, okay? Or I might say, well, what's your name? I'm gonna send you a friend request on Facebook, okay? But try that, because like I said, that's gonna be connecting with people on Facebook, and you're gonna be able to get them. Next, offer to wrap them on the spot. Who has ever wrapped somebody in public? Where have you guys wrapped people before?
When I was checking out in Florida.
Okay, how about you, Maddie? Okay. I have wrapped it Outback, at Starbucks. What else about wraps? Oh, don't think bad of me for this. I had an old, y'all will laugh at this. I had an old distributor that used to be a stripper.
Oh, God.
I'm not kidding. Hey, they want money too, obviously. She got the bright idea. She was like, will you go with me? It was an afternoon, so like there really wasn't anybody there. The girls were there just getting ready. But I did. I went and wrapped some ladies in strip clubs. Now, I wouldn't do that now. That was when I was first getting started with the business, so I was like, hustling anywhere and everywhere. I wouldn't do that now. I would never do that now. But like I said, I was faking it till I made it back then. Okay. Anyway, all right. So, let's see here. And that's, anybody have any questions for a blitz goes?
Natalie, you want to add any to that? The only thing that I had told you earlier lately is watch the Christina Watts Zoom. I don't know if anybody saw it, but she did post that day. And she had said that blitz is not my thing, but I'm trying to get outside of my comfort zone to do things to get to the next level. And she had said that when she passed out a blitz card, she says, text me, enter, and with your name, and I'll enter you in for a free box and grab. And for me, that's a good idea because I just am so introverted. I don't like going up to people and just being like, hey, this is what it does. You know what I mean? I'll wear my shirt and I still box the wraps that way, but I've never, I'm not somebody who's really out there like that. So it gives me a reason to have to start out, and it gives them a reason to text me. And I'm getting really big on like getting a big database of contacts so that I can follow up. So what it does is just gives me a basic contact. But yeah, push yourself to blitz because the more people that you talk to, the better off you are. You can really promote a lot faster.
All right. Any questions on blitzing? Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. So pretty much, you do not say anything that's not on this card. Okay? Because what that means is you're throwing up on them. Okay? Did any of you guys, when you were like messaging or anything like that, you feel like you're texting like these really long sentences and okay.
I realized I was making a mistake.
Exactly. You only tell them what they ask. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll say, crazy thing. Yeah, what is it? Okay, well, we have a wrap that looks like this, and it does this. And then you're gonna have like this all for like 20 to 30-second pause, and you're like, oh my god, what did she think? And you want to say something, and you want to say something. At that moment, don't throw up on them, okay? And I don't mean literally, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. Like, don't start like, even though I'm sure some of you guys are introverted and like, you know, might want to, but just answer what's on the card, okay? So it does. It tightens, tones, and firms in as little as 45 minutes. Just say that. And what I do have sometimes is I have a little portfolio of my personal people that I have wrapped, and it's like this big. And what I'll do is I'll pull it out and I'll say, well, let me show a couple of before and after pictures of my clients. I'll pull that out and I'll show them. And I'll say, well, let me tell you something. I can wrap you on the spot for $25. Or you can host a party with you and a couple of your girlfriends, and I'll give it to you for free. Simple as that. And she's like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm interested in a party. Whatever she says. Okay, well, let's connect on social media. Here's my phone. Okay. If she sketch, let's connect on social media. What's your name? Okay. All right. So does that kind of make sense? Like I said, only say what is on the card. Okay. It tightens, holds, and firms. It reduces the cellulite. Only say that. If they start asking you what's in the products, blah, 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 a million different things, you know what? You're going to have, we have colors in this business, and that is a yellow, okay? And so you're going to have people that want to know every little tiny ingredient in the product. And that's why most of the time, I will give them my website. Say, here's my website. You can go on there and you can get more information about what's in the product. Because we're not doctors, guys. I'm not Dr. Stan, okay? I don't know everything about the products, okay? So with that being said, like I said, just if they ask, just try to say what's in the card. Don't go too far into it because then they're going to get bored with you. Just one card, okay? All right, do it.
Have you ever had someone on the side make you feel awkward? Because like this lady at my job, I told her to rap, but I can tell she looked kind of awkward about me rapping it. So she was like, well, I'll just buy one from you and take it home and take pictures for you.
I always try to make people feel very comfortable, okay? That's the key thing. Because if you are being awkward, they're going to be awkward. Because let's be honest, when we get into this business, we don't really know what to do. And I'll be the first to tell you, you guys might think I'm an extrovert now, but I used to literally like have a hard time talking to almost anybody. And so that's what I'm saying. Be excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you to get these awesome results. We'll take some before and after pictures. You know, I'm going to give you a product brochure if you have one on you. You know, be excited. Ask her questions.
Well, I was kind of excited to get myself.
Yeah.
But,
well, and if she's kind of awkward, you know, and I have had people like that. And so what I say is, okay, let's exchange numbers. I'm going to give you the wrap. When I get home, I'm going to send you a video, a how-to video, so you know exactly how to do it. Make sure you drink lots of water. Make sure you take your before and after pictures. And then you follow up with them every 24 hours. Yeah, make sure she does it. Make sure she don't put the wrap on just without unfolding it, okay? Okay. So like I said, if she wants to do that, that's fine, because you're going to have people that are like that, okay? So if that's the way it is, that's okay. Just make sure you're giving her the right information and you're following up every 24 hours, okay? Any more questions for Blue?
I did like, oh, it doesn't work for me because it's just skin. And it's I didn't know what to say.
Okay.
I was like,
If you get a question for somebody that says, I've tried it, it didn't work, and I say, girlfriend, how many did you use? And they say, I just used one. Well, that's the problem. That's why it didn't work. Always be excited. That's why it didn't work, because you didn't use a full treatment, okay? Did you drink the right amount of water? I didn't drink water. Oh, well, that's your problem then, girl. You really need to try a full treatment. Make sure you're drinking your water, taking your before and after pictures, and I guarantee you'll get great results, okay? If anybody ever comes to me and says, well, it didn't work, and they've drank their water, they say, well, I drink my water and I use forward. I'm like, well, then you must be drinking a whole lot of beer or wine or eating Taco Bell every day or doing something that's, you know, not giving you those good results. Because like I tell everybody, you know, even though you want to make sure you maintain a healthy lifestyle, but you also, you know, you can't be drinking beer and you can't be drinking wine, you can't be eating Big Mac every day and expect to get great results, okay? Because that's not what this product's about, okay? And also let them know when they say it's a water weight loss wrap, Tell them, no, it's not a water weight loss drug. That's actually why we want you to drink more water because it's going to help get all that nasty stuff out of your body. Okay. Any more questions?
But then when we come to all that, it's just gonna say it doesn't work.
Yeah, and you're going to have people that hate and have something negative. That's just kind of normal. Okay. Yeah, you got that with everything. Alrighty, so let's see here. Alright, so I'm going to have Natalie come up and talk about going Ruby and business development.
Hey, I may even sit down. You never know.
Right, there you go. Nothing wrong with that.
You have to move Brittany's suitcase.
Yeah, you can
Yes,
just
it's
say
okay. You should have seen us lugging all this stuff around the airport.
Yeah, it was bad.
I was like, girl, we gotta get smaller person. But it was so much fun. I brought some notes so that I kind of didn't get off track, because what I'm gonna try to do is just give you guys information that I use with my team. And then also just try to give you tips to be successful, because ultimately that's why everybody's in this room, right? To make money and be successful. So that is what I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to do Go Ruby or business development. I'll give you a little bit of background about myself. I started at work 14 months ago, and before I did at work, I worked in Winston-Salem for Verizon Wireless on Stratford Road. I actually managed all the retail stores for Verizon Wireless, Hot Point, Greensboro, and Winston. And I had a great job. I lived in Charlotte, so I was traveling back and forth an hour and a half, and I hated it. I like the area of Winston though a lot. I still got my nails done there. Rusty and Robin Lackey live there. It's my place. But at the same time, I was tired. I really wanted my freedom, y'all. I had made a lot of money. I was made 6 figures in my past job. The money was not the issue, but I hated working 60 hours plus a week. I hated it. And I just told myself, I got so fed up with it and so frustrated with it. And I had done it for years at the time, because I had done retail for so long. And I was just to the point like where I'm going to have to find something different. Both of my parents were entrepreneurs. I thought I would go into real estate and construction, which is what my family does. And I tell people, watch what you pray for, because God might send it to you in the form of a body wrap, which to me was a crazy idea. I actually got into this business because Rusty and Robin Lackey blitzed me in the Verizon store in Winston. And if you know them, Rusty went all in. You know what I mean?
He's a millionaire in this company, by the way, guys.
Mm-hmm.
He went all in with his blitz. You know, Robin was like, Rusty, shut up. We got to go home. But it was fun. So I immediately knew that it was something that I wanted to do. I knew network marketing worked. I just didn't know if it would be, for me. Does anybody in the room right now think, I feel like this works, but I don't know if I can do it? Right? Is it going to work for me? That's kind of what I thought. I was like, I get that it works and that people can do it. I just don't think I can do it. And so I kind of just said, I'm going to spend my $99. I'm going to give it 90 days. And if I'm going to try my hardest, I'm going to give it my go. And if it works, it works. So I went for it, and immediately we started doing conference calls back to back to back. Every time I was free, lunch, dinner, or at home doing dishes, I was on a conference call, trying to share it with somebody different. How can I share the opportunity with somebody different? I left my full-time job in 3 months. So when I went diamond, I left my full-time job, and I started doing this full-time. I've been doing it full-time since March. And the reason why I think I do so well with business development is because I am very good at helping other people grow their business. And when I say that is I'm not somebody who's going to give it to you. I'm somebody who's going to show you what I did, and we're going to go and we're going to do it together, right? Because anybody on their team, they feel like they're carrying on their back, and you're like, man, I feel like I'm carrying this person. I'm somebody who I said I'm not doing that. I was like, I want to be in business with people who want to be millionaires, because that's what I want to be. And so from the get-go, I said, I'm going to find people that really, really have the same vision as me, who are going the same place, and we're going to go out and we're going to do it together. So that's kind of what I did. So with the Go Ruby and the business development portion, you join, they say you use or sell your wraps. Personally, I use my wraps because I thought the concept was crazy. And so I tell people, if you sell them, great, you make your money back. But if you use them, great, you have a product story. This is the only product that you can put anywhere from the neck down and have a product story in 45 minutes. If you know a lot about network marketing, what makes you a lot of money in network marketing? Your story. And that's to me what makes this company great, because you can have a story in 45 minutes and you can leave somewhere excited and say, I, saw great results. Here's my before and afters. This is great. And so there is no other product out there. And Pam says a lot of time, we were in Arizona, she was saying, people don't understand how great the wrap is and how revolutionary it is, how there's not going to be any other products like this around probably for our generation. But you can see results like that and see it move and, make that much money so fast. And then your 4 customers. So Go Ruby, you have to join our business for $99. I tell people if you join, you've made the first step, because a lot of people are too scared to even join. So you should put pat yourself on the back, because that's even a big deal to take the risk. You're believing in yourself for step 1. Step 2, get your first 4 customers. What I do with my team is we are a party team. I do a lot from social media, but I've done so many parties. And Brittany knows, like, the first year of my business was parties.
She made me tired. Looking at her Facebook, I was like,
all we did was parties. And speaking of the Facebook thing, if you're doing parties, post it on Facebook, because people love to see you out in the field, working your business, seeing that it's doable and duplicatable. And everybody that knows me knows I'm introverted, so they're like, wow, this little, never see scared person can do this. Anybody can do this. And so getting 2 parties is important, because what I have learned is that if you're a new distributor and you do a party, 99% of the time we're going to get your first 4 customers. I usually at parties have 80 to 100% sign up. It is very rare I go to a party and never get anything. So when you first sign up, or say you're a team leader and you've got a new distributor you're trying to get launched, make sure they have a party. They don't have to call it a party. She went over the tips. But just make sure that they're doing it, because I feel like that's a crucial step in our business that people are missing to get themselves qualified. And then as team leaders, we're worried at the end of the month, how are you going to get qualified? How are you going to get qualified? So you should have had a party. That should be done in your first 2 weeks. It qualifies you for your $500 bonus. Does everybody know in the room that if you don't have your first 4 customers in your first 30 days, you won't get your $500 bonus? Yeah. So as a team leader, I always tell my new people, I'm like, do you want your $500 bonus? But you better get your first 4 customers, or you're not going to be able to get it. And it's leverage a little bit, right? And it makes people think, okay, I got to go do this right now, or I'm not going to get that $500 bonus, which is the reason that a lot of people do it. So that's what I try to make sure people know. Also, my team, we try to do it, and I know Brittany does too, in 72 hours. So if you get your first 4 customers in 72 hours, she actually gave me this tip, and it's worked really, really great. You get a free It Works shirt from me, and that gives them an incentive to go out and do that. I say, who would try a product from you for 90 days? I call it talking it out. So with my new distributors, we'll do a Zoom or a conference call, whatever is good for them. And I'll say, or if it's just you, who would want to buy from you in your first 90 days? That's something you really need to know. Who would buy from you and try something for 90 days? Who do you know that has diabetes that needs to be healthier? You guys all, not only that question, everybody in this room knows somebody that's sick. There are 4 people in your life that could desperately use greens that you probably haven't said anything to. And that's what I tell new distributors. Who in your life could really use our product, right? And it can be very easy. It's not like they have to go, out and get everything. We want to meet them where they want to start, but it's better if you want to make sure you're recommending the right thing too. If it's weight loss, make sure you're recommending the system or whatever they're looking to do. But that's for me. So I like to go over that too. Making sure your e-suite training is done. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So many new distributors come to business and don't do their e-suite training. It is. If you haven't done it, that's just me lack of effort. You need to do it, because it's going to answer all the questions that you have. A lot of people are like, well, I don't know everything. What did you do training? Why did you do it? It's very easy. It takes 2 hours to do it, or less than that, right? And so it answers so many questions that you have. So making sure your new people do your e-suite training is so important. And then set appointments for people to sign up. I have been doing this recently a lot lately. I also got this from a Christina Watts thing that she did. Setting appointments for people to sign up. This is not on people's front burner. You have to realize that, okay? So when you call one of your family members and you say, I need you to sign to be a customer, you think they're thinking, oh my God, I've got to be a customer today or I'm going to lose it. You know what I mean? They're trying to help you out usually, right? Set an appointment to meet with them to sign them up. Because then you are making them do it. You're with them. You're setting time to do it. And I thought that was important. And it's worked really great for me lately. Social media. I think social media is really key. I think Facebook is free. you should use it and utilize it because it is free. And it's what social media is it's a great way for you to reach a mass amount of people at one time. And growing your social media network, getting in front of new people is huge, and that's why I like it so much. Make sure you're utilizing that too. Make sure you're posting a product tester post or before and after, something like that, and making sure you watch, if you're going to utilize social media, watch the videos that, the people that are doing really great at it are doing, and use what they're doing, because what they're doing is working. I'm not educated on social media. I didn't go to school for it or anything. So what I do is what they tell me to do is what I do, and it works. We were talking about that today, actually. What they do, it works, so that's what I do. And so it's very easy to get 4 customers in 30 days. Not trying to be ugly when I say this, but if you can't do it, it's from lack of effort, really, because it is 4 people, 4 customers, that's it. I've gotten, remember when we were doing the 10 for 10, I'm not a big customer recruiter. I'll put it out there and say it. I'm trying to get better at it for me because obviously I want to take my business to the next level. But during that 10 for 10, the first week I got 8 customers because I was trying really, really hard. And that's what I tell people. You can do what you want to do, but you have to really want to put forth the effort to do it. 3 distributors. So these are my tips on getting distributors, and then I'll go into recruitment. When I first I call them strategic calls with my downline. So you could be 15 levels down from me, or you could be my personally enrolled. You're going to get this conversation from somebody. But what I do is I say, who do you want to be in business with? If you were to start your own business today, who are 3 people you want to go into business with? Right? Because this is a business. And I personally don't like to recruit down, which means when you guys go after the people you think need the money, there's a reason they need the money, usually. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean when I say that, but there's sometimes a reason they need the money. And sometimes, that for me, I like to recruit people that I think are well connected, people that are going to have a lot of influence, because influence is how you build large businesses really quick. And people that I think that are going to work. You want people to join your team that are going to work. I mean, we all get people that join and then go ghost, and we don't know what happened to them. They fell off the face of the earth, right? But I personally like to try to recruit people that I would want to go into business with. So when I first started, my first 3 was my coworker, who was also another general manager, and then also my brother, who was a general manager here in Charlotte. And I'm trying to think of the 3rd person. It was a guy that I had known who owns a construction company, also joined my business. He was my 3rd, but he's no longer in my business. But that's what you need to think about. Who would you really want to be in your business? And I like working with my family, so I always tell people, think about your family. Who do you have a best friend? You have a sister that that you would really love to work something like this with. Because it can be one of the most rewarding things to have some of your family in here and be able to help them make money. My brother does this with me, and we talk about it all the time. We're so glad that we decided to do this a year and 4 months ago. And conference calls with your 100th list. So you guys all know what your 100th list is. You go into your back office, and it's pretty much a sheet that pretty much just makes you think, who is a lawyer that a chiropractor or whatever. And you start writing down names. Well, that 100th list is important because that's what you're going to start calling off of. My first ever runner in my business, I didn't know her. I had met her one time, and she was on my 100th list. She owned a boutique in the town over from me. And I called her and I said, I'm having a party at my house. Will you come over? She knew she was coming for. And she showed up, and she spent I didn't know this, but her business was failing. She was going through a divorce, and she had lost everything. She spent her last $100 to join my business. And she was my first ever diamond, and pretty much built my business to what it is today, one of my legs. So what I'm trying to say is that even though you may not know the person, you may be scared to talk to them, you just don't know what's gonna come out of it. A lot of the people in my business are not people that I personally know. It's people that I may have met 1 time or 2 times or 3 times, but that's why the 100s list is so important. Conference calls and Zooms. Zoom's a new thing. Before, when I first started, we did conference calls. How many people have ever called Brittany and said, and I don't know that you'd be okay with this, but how many people have ever called Brittany and said, hey, can you talk to one of my prospects? Yeah. A couple, right? So for my team, that's what I tell them. I said, you need to get somebody, when you're new, you can't explain, you don't really have a huge story. Like, you have a why and a vision, and you always need to know your why and your vision. But I tell them, get me on the phone with them. Let them hear my passion. Let me tell them where we're going. And so that's why I tell people, let me help you do conference calls. When I first started, my thought process is the more people I get on the phone with Rusty and they can hear what he is doing and what he's going to do, the more people are going to sign up. So that's what I did. I just got as many people on the phone with Rusty as possible. And it did. It planted a lot of seeds. A lot of those people joined my business. And a lot of them have come back months and months later and said, man, I should have done this when you first told me about it. But that is what I did. So make sure you utilize in your upline. As far as helping them share their story, the $10,000 story, that's incredible. Like, people want those type of things, you know. They want to be able to, everybody wants $10,000, I would think, you know, but that's what I tell people. I tell people, get people that can share their story, and then make sure you start making a story of your own.
So that's why the Zooms, like how we go live on my Zoom page, and I get you guys to tag your prospects. That's why that's crucial, because you know, when you first get into this business, it takes you a little while to get a story, you know, like a good juicy story, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why it's crucial when we do those live feeds or we do those Zooms and things like that you tag the people, and then, you know, you go and follow up afterwards and get in touch with them that way. You know, I know we had some people at our last ones at time distributors from that. So it's things like that. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have people that are interested in the opportunity, we can set up that one-on-one like, you know, I've done with some of you guys, or if we can do like a conference call like, you know, we've done.
Yeah.
Heather has a question.
Oh, hi, Heather.
She said, so what are you saying to those people on your hundreds list that you don't really know? How do you approach them?
So what I said when I first started was, I said, hey, I have this opportunity. When you say you don't know them at all, or you know them enough to talk to them?
Unmute yourself, Heather.
I guess, like, there's some of them that I interact with on Facebook, liking their stuff, that I think would do really get in the business, but I don't really know how to approach them about it because we're not, like, really personally friends outside of Facebook. Yeah.
Well, it's good that you're interacting with them, because when you interact with people on social media, automatically that's like a warm lead. And that's what a lot of people say to do, is to interact with people before you actually talk to them. But I would say something like, hey girl, I've been watching you on Facebook, and I've been wanting to ask you this for a while, but I don't know what your title is or your rank is, but I've been saying, I have 2 spots open on my team for a $500 bonus, and I think you would be amazing in this business, and it could really help change your life like it's changed mine. Are you interested? And that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And she's actually going to post that, because I had watched a video by Jocelyn Yates and Sarah Neerman, and I'm butchering her name, but and that's what she had said to do, and they recruit 40 to 44 people a month, and I started doing that last night, and immediately I had 3 replies, and today this morning I had 3 more replies. I did like 10 o'clock at night, and then today I've had like 5 replies. So my warm lead and follow-up, or my commitment for sign-ups, is at like 10 right now, within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. And I'm going to post that. We're going to do that here in just a little bit. I'm going to let you guys send that to like 10 people. Okay. So just heads up.
It's a really good recruitment. We have a diamond leader, but we have ruby leaders in here too. You guys stood up. So the only other thing that I will say about business development, you guys can ask questions if you want to, is you should, if you really want to grow your business fast, I truly think it is all about engagement and communication. I can tell when I'm talking to my team every day and when I'm not, because I personally took a personal hiatus, not from It Works, but just like kind of slowing down just a little bit, because I had worked so hard in this business for like a year and 2 months. But this month I have been talking to my team. I talked to my downline leaders, my frontline leaders, 3 times a day, I bet, at least 3. Once in the morning, they always call me with a mid-afternoon update, and then we always talk at night. So if you are wanting to grow your team, you need to be engaged, and you need to communicate, whether that be via Zoom, phone call, or whatever. And you need to be setting up strategies. Like, how are we going to help our people get to Ruby? These people spend their $99 with you because they think that they're going to get a $500 bonus, right? So what is, in my opinion, you're a team leader, your job is to help them get a $500 bonus. And so that's what we do is I try to make sure I have a team of 500 plus, which sounds, it's not a lot, but I try to get into my deep downline. I say, why does this person not have their 4 customers? Why does this person not have their 3 distributors? Where are they at with their steps of success? Who's talking to them about who those people could be? And especially if you're trying to grow your team, make sure that you're keeping up with everyone on there and developing them and make sure that they're getting the communication and the direction and the guidance that they need. And sometimes as a leader, you've got to teach leaders how to duplicate that, right? Because you don't want people to get left